ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ ନମସ୍କାର. The morning session was in such a manner that it set the tone for the day. And I have been assigned to talk about the Odisha tigers, why and how during the last 50 years. I can answer in 2 sentences. Because Government of India told us, so we did it. And the way they sent the guidelines, we carried on. But no. In between, there is a lot of story, lot of achievements, lot of agonies, lot of pressure. That is what we have conducted and achieved. And I dedicate this whole thing to Mr. Padma Shri Saroj Chaudhary, because of whom we started thinking about the tigers, even in India. Okay?
Next.
Okay. It all started in 1969. I'll be comfortable here. 1969. IUCN General Body meeting was there in Delhi, and everybody realized that tigers were no more observed in that many numbers as it used to be at the beginning of the 20th century. So tiger conservation should be taken up seriously. 1968-69, Mr. J.C. Daniel of JBNS, Bombay Natural History Society, he actually attempted through letters sent to different state governments, forest departments. Many departments didn't answer or could not answer, and Odisha also could not answer it. That's right. So, and everybody felt that there should be a proper assessment of the tiger population. And how do you do it? To see a tiger is difficult. And it is our person, Mr. Saroj Chaudhary, who was the senior research officer in FRI at that time. He gave a simple tool, the tiger tracer, just a glass frame. And that is a tiger tracer with which the 1972 tiger estimation in the country for the first time was conducted, and there were 1827 tigers. So the tiger tracer opened up the possibilities. The Wildlife Protection Act came 1972. And Project Tiger came up in 1973 by selecting the areas which were good in terms of pugmark tracking, which gave the results. And the thrust in Odisha began from 1973 with the adoption of the project. So tigers were known from pugmarks, 9 tiger reserves in 9 states, 1600 square kilometers approximately, and inside the tiger reserve only 268 tigers, but outside it there were 1559 tigers. Next. And these are the different 9 tiger reserves. They actually covered the cold Himalayan high altitudes, the flat Tarai swamps, the dry and hot Rajasthan, coastal mangroves, evergreen forests of South and Northeast India, sal-dominated miscellaneous evergreen forests, and the rolling hard grounds of peninsula. Next. So the management input was given to the tiger all over the country, and the tiger response was tremendous in the beginning. If you see at the growth rate, it's shooting up in northeast direction. And very high, but then it flattened. That means initial response was very good, the forests were getting saturated, or the carrying capacity was being attained under the existing conditions. But remember, whatever has been done from 1972 till 2004 were because of pugmark tracking. I am a strong believer, refiner of this technique. and I do not have any aspiration for rise or fear for demotion. So I will tell the truth, and it is for the scientific body and the educated mass to observe it and decide. So a lot of improvements came. I stayed in Similipal for 16 years to refine the technique. There was the CCF MC Das who told me, Dr. Singh, I am the CCF of this department, but I have some doubts. That was in 1987, when I returned from Government of India. You write the procedure in Odia language, just 2 pages, so that everybody can use it, everybody can understand it, everybody can implement it, and you do the coordinate the census in 1989. From that day, my previous knowledge was very limited, and then I have been doing this lifelong. Okay, next please. So save the tiger, save an ecosystem was the aim from 1973. In the last 50 years, have we saved the tiger? Yes, of course. Otherwise, how do you see the tigers now? Because the project started, the thinking started in 1969, Wildlife Act gave you the Hatiyar in 1972, and the project started in 1973, and the results we are observing today, because of those actions which were initiated 50 years back, we are still able to see the tigers, they are still roaring in the forest, forget why they are coming out. But one thing was sure, tigers were safe inside the tiger reserves. But lot many tigers, as I said, some 1500 plus were outside the tiger reserves. That had to be taken care. That has happened in the second phase of the tiger conservation project from 2006, when the NTCA came into existence. So by 2023, 53 tiger reserves. Imagine we started with 9 tiger reserves. Now it is 53. Nearly 76,000 square kilometers. We started with 16,000 square kilometers. Now it is 76,000 square kilometers. So practically most of the tigers which were outside the tiger reserves, they have been taken care of. Next. So the objective in 1973 was to maintain viable tiger population, because it is the indicator at the apex. If you remember, at the apex, at the top of the ecological pyramid, the tiger stands there or roams there. If their number is okay, if it is, see why do we conduct a census at all? To assess our, आमे वार्षिक परीक्षा कहीं दौचु परीक्षा पिला माने कहीं दौचंती पाठशाला कौन पढ़ी केमती कौन कर आगू को जीवे कि नहीं से कथा जानापी ठीक सेमती सेन्ससटा भी सेया जदि आम ठीक भाव में सेन्सस करवा ठीक भाव में पॉपुलेशन जानिबा ताहले जाइकी आम मैनेजमेंटा ठीक होइछि बोली आम जानिबा किबा कोठी लैकिंग रही दैट वी विल नो एंड अकॉर्डिंगली प्रेस्क्राइब न्यू प्रेस्क्रिप्शंस. So the project was to look at the indicator at the apex. Can herbivores will be in thousands. तांकु गणिवा कष्ट शिमिलीपाल आसो 5,000 ରୁ 7,000 संबर गणु था बस किंतु 100टा बाघ कहले ओके वी मीन इट तादर मेल केतटा कोठी कोठी बुलछन ताकु जानिबा मेल रो एरिया रे केतटा फीमेल अछन प्रति मेल ताकु आमे जानिबा प्रति फीमेल रु कहा पाखरे ए वर्षर छुआ का वर्ष आर वर्षर छुआ से सब भी जानिबा. So that is how the tiger is significant to know the health of the entire forest. That is why we should conserve the tiger. Next objective was preserve the area as biological importance as national heritage. That we have been doing. Tiger preserve kale mane the entire area will be preserved, protected. Tiger अच्छी माने आउ सब भल अच्छी डोंट वरी फॉर एनीथिंग एल्स खाली जंगलटा को रक्षा कर लोक एनक्रोच कर जाउछन कोन सेटा टिके देखो बस रेंडर बेनिफिट टू साइंस एजुकेशन एंड एन्जॉयमेंट ऑफ द पीपल. नेक्स्ट. सो एई एरिया गुडा 6-7टा एरिया आमे ओडिसा रे आइडेंटिफाई कर देतलु जे दीज आर द टाइगर डोमिनेंट एरियाज. नेक्स्ट. सो 1972 142 tigers we started. 73 Simlipal Tiger Reserve with 17 tigers. That was actually underestimation. Many areas were not included in actually in content. 65 tigers. 2004, Odisha mapped 132 adults. I must tell the newcomers or those who have recently retired after 2006 and still advising the department, please consult the 2004 tiger distribution map, which was constructed by the Wildlife Department, published in that time it was published, and in 2008 Wildlife Census of Odisha book it has been published. That actually gives the distribution of tiger in the tiger reserves and also at other places. And Odisha gave, see, when Government of India asked, can you give Tahsil level distribution of tigers? Yes, Odisha was the foremost because we did it sincerely. It was not virtual or it was not statistical extrapolation or anything else. Okay, next. So Odisha focused, the management focused on herbivore population because that on that the tiger depends, natural salt licks, forest fire maps, habitat restoration, water regime, anti-poaching strategies, and at home in other divisions outside Simlipal, officers used to say, let's do it the way Simlipal is doing. Oh, that's a great satisfaction for us. Next. Simlipal, Hadgad, Kuldia, Satkosia corridor, which has been identified, it is good for the elephant, also for the tiger. Sunabada Tiger Reserve possibility still remains as a national spot because it is contiguous with Chhattisgarh. And the recent declaration of Debrigad Tiger Reserve, we just all of us say good luck. Can you tell me with good luck, Debrigad? Good luck, Debrigad. Thank you, thank you. Okay, next. So this is the 2004 map. From a distance you will not be able to see, but red spots are all over the state. Who is the camera trap didn't see because the cameras were not sufficient. And the camera is statistical evaluation. We see more number of photographers and then we reduce it to male areas, female areas, cub areas, like that. See, Simlipal, we counted some 69 in 2004, but they said 20. Similarly for all other places and sporadic occurrence also they forgot. Next. See, this is the tiger number which were given from camera trap. And that has created all problem, and Dr. Jaykrishna Panigrahi is in front of me. He has a perennial question to me. Odisha, 45, 32, 28, 28, why? Next. And, yeah. It's less than 15 minutes.
It's already 15.
Okay.
Anyway.
Next. So, now it is necessary, okay. After the after the camera trap came, we have information from Koraput, Jaipur, Navarangpur, Kalahandi, Sundargarh, Bargarh, Keonjhar and Fulbani. So at 50 years it is fascinating regarding success story of tigers, but the old and new challenges continue to exist with our officers. Next. 27 years back we predicted that tiger population has become stagnant and it will reduce. In Simlipal, if not earlier, it will reduce after 2008. But this new method came and everybody started forgetting the old method and the old result. Next. And we also, 28 years back, that was the level of our work, sincerity and the scientific explanation to whatever we used to see in the forests. 28 years back, because of one incident of Podagad about the melanistic tiger, we said, okay, there is concern for the tiger population. And after 28 years, in 2021, molecular studies confirmed it. Then everybody said, okay, it is very good. Oh, what is happening our people? Why? Ghar ka murgi dal barabar. You should accept. Had you accepted these things, the predictions 27 years back or the warning 28 years back, probably things would have been different. But no, you waited for new science, new technology. But the traditional technology which was with the people, used by the forest officers, that you forgot it. Next. So this is the tiger regarding which our Honorable Minister was telling in the morning, the negative image of the normal tiger. Next. But see, tiger color can be in 14 different colors. From variations in white, you know white tiger, but here you see 3 different types of white tigers, different shades. Then normal tiger itself, there will be different depths of yellow. The golden tiger. So like this, in 1999, my book was published by WWF. Next. And there I had predicted that such 14 colors will be present in any tiger population, natural population. Lo, in 2020, this photographer boy photographed the golden tiger, which was in my 14 tiger model. So I felt very happy. But people had forgotten me probably.
No, people have not forgotten you.
Oh, thank you.
You think people have forgotten.
Oh yeah, I was in.
You think people
Thank you for the invitation. Yeah. Otherwise, I would not have been here.
I think you can take one more minute and finish.
Yeah, next.
Please.
So this is the thing. Next. Okay.
Because topic is so interesting, you can go on for hours together. But
challenges were there even 25 years back. Challenges are there even now. Habitat is getting burnt by people. Was there now. Akhand Sikar for herbivores. Snares for trapping tiger. Tusk hunters in tiger reserve area or outside. Destructions of infrastructure by Naxalites. Looting away arms and ammunitions. Killing or injuring the staff. I have witnessed in Simlipal and it is being witnessed still now. So these things were there in the past also, it is there present. So those who are the young officers now taking charge of the areas, they should not think that in my time it is happening. No, these were there earlier also. Next. So last epilogue for me. Let us not experiment with easily available equipment or alien ideas. Let us first of all let us satisfy ourselves that yes, this will happen. Hypothetically, the result is positive. Then you take up. Next, let us not sacrifice wilderness for earning revenue. Revenue is not the motto of wildlife conservation. Let the field science for wildlife conservation be simple and intelligible to people who are at the grassroots level. Charles Darwin said, microscope was not needed to make groundbreaking discoveries, but that some of the most complex processes could be seen in naked eyes. And most of my field data, which I say now are things, they were through a measuring tape, a notebook or a pocket book, a pen, a camera given by FAO for some time, and a pair of binoculars. Okay, next. Cats have 9 lives. That is the proverb which goes. 1 life was taken away by Mughals, Maharajas. 2nd life by the Britishers. 3rd in independent India, it continued. Free India. 4th life was, it was managed by Project Tiger. But NTCA came and said that they have finished. Now is the next life. So take care of it. And let us wish tigers do have, really they do have 9 lives. Thank you all for inviting me to revisit the subject. Thank you.